Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 16th episode of Steins Gate Zero. And last episode we had some really nice family bonding between Suzuha, Daru, Yuki. There was a lot of good stuff. I mean, there was a lot of like specific relationship stuff between Daru and Yuki because we were trying to kind of force that. I mean, Suzuha was mostly trying to get that forced, but it just led to some unnatural interactions and stuff, and it's best just to let things go their course naturally, and that's what will end in a positive result. And I think that point got across by the end of the episode. Yuki definitely seems to like Daru for Daru, trying to be someone who's not exactly helping things, but yeah, things ended off on a nice note. Although we did kind of see Kagari just kind of looming in the darkness up high, watching them, like a bad guy would. So we got that to worry about. We also had some Kiyoma stuff with Alexis. That's his name, right? Like he was writing a report or something. He was evaluating it. So also stuff is being done on that end too. We'll see about that too. I mean, I'm not quite sure what we're gonna delve into this episode. We'll find out though. So yeah, let's just dive in so we can do that. 3, 2, 1, play. Raining. I mean something bad's gonna happen. Oh, like that. Are we doing time stuff? I think we're trying to. I don't think that's supposed to happen though. Yes, boss, right on it. Or we choke to death in here. Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened before. That may have something to do with it. But we're trying. That's not even jelly. She was amazing. Kind of like Iron Man, putting together his fancy chest thingy in a cave, Well, I don't like seeing Mayuri look like that. That's got me a little bit worried. This is just some really cool visuals there. Like all the blood cells and stuff. I don't think I commented on it before, but that does look really cool. The show really does like its like shattered glass visuals. Because it's, part of the hourglass, and hourglass represents time, and you got pieces of it flying all over the place. Seeing that shot really hurts because, current circumstances. Go to Reacher and just go right through. Also, is that a shot of Mayuri in the time machine? But anyway, class. Oh, thank God the bell rang. Yes, Sensei. I was totally paying attention. He was waiting for him, okay. I mean, who isn't? Why did you spell it like that, Subs? Yeah. That's true. Oh. When there was a line at the end of the subs, I thought maybe didn't. Never mind. uh, yeah, it's horrible. but being overseas means not being here with everyone else. Does it? Oh, that's a picture. That's actually pretty funny. uh, yeah, but he's... no, it's not. She's not gonna go cry somewhere, is she? Why do you have to hurt me like this, show? I mean, I know you like to do it. I already knew that from a while ago. 9. You know, line. Yeah. Just the rain itself has me worried something's gonna happen. I was kind of thinking that. I think we see those in the opening too. I guess that's a goal. I mean, you didn't have to. Yeah, that would be Kurisu. Mm. Ruga's the best friend you could hope for. We're gonna blow up the apartment again. Oh, okay. Why would you show that to me right after showing me? Uh, this is bad. How do we explain this? I have a girl over. She's kind of naked. Don't come in. This could be awkward. We'll see how this goes. Not this time. You know, I picked up the habit. Don't worry about it. We're not doing anything time related. Why would you even ask that? Question is he gonna spot Maho? That's what I'm wondering about. Because, you know, how do we explain that? No. Daga kotowaru. Yeah, this subject. I mean, any computer department would love to have him, I'm sure. Legendary Hakka. Yeah. We got more important things to worry about in this show. I don't understand. You want the garbage can? Sure, some of them have a lot of free time. You knocked over the trash. If you see those banana peels, you might think something's up. We need to get a pet monkey so it's not suspicious. Oh no, is he getting it figured out? Oh no. Uh, panic, panic. That's, it's, uh, at least the bananas aren't jelly, so there's some plausible deniability, but unless he found a jelly one, he found a jelly one. Okay, there's no explaining that one away. Yeah, you can come out now, Maho. Yeah. We're doing it again. Yeah. Technically, Krisu doesn't have to be sacrificed. She finally spoke up. That was an entrance to a scene right there. Also, why are you naked? That thing's gonna fall down, isn't it? That thing's fall. Just try it. Rude. Suzuha's not really here, unfortunately. She probably should be part of this conversation. 1 year. Okay, that's definitely a big deal. Important to know. Not really any hiding that at this point. Yes. Yeah, you need to settle down a little bit. Man, this is such a heated scene. He did. Finally relax my body now. Well, that's good. Maybe I think mean things will cheer up now, but yeah, Mayuri was here. Briefly. I'd still rather them both live. What if humans don't tolerate God's arrogance? It's a good question. You got an answer for that? Very complex formula. Man, those are really nice shots. Like your choice to make a time machine. Please don't give up on saving Kurisu. Title drop. Wouldn't that be great if we could do all that? That's it. That is what we gotta aim for. I'm glad someone's saying these things in this Zero season. Can't just give up on that perfect solution. I actually got chills. Both just tuckered out. I think we got through to him a little bit there. No shame to losing towards someone as amazing as Chris. Oh, we found Mayuri. You want to yell at me too? A lot's changed. Definitely is true. I think you should have. Don't cry, Mayuri. I knew they were gonna bring that up when they showed the sky. My headphones almost fell off. I think this may have been the most emotional episode of Steins Gate that didn't have anyone die in it. Like, emotions were really high this episode. I don't think I've even said that much, because there really wasn't much room to. Because they don't really want to interrupt people when they're, you know, giving an impassioned speech. And there was a lot of that this episode. That was the 16th episode of Steins Gate 0. And man, this episode, where do I even begin with this episode? Well, I mean, we started off with just like, you know, the time machine microwave not doing so well, like just like smoke everywhere, our landlord complaining, you know, usual kind of thing. But we never actually saw any jellied bananas, not until later in the episode, so I actually thought they hadn't even gotten that far, really. But clearly they did at some point. And we had Mayuri just kind of waiting for Kyoma after class, which was cute and nice. And just because of the rain, I already knew we were going to be in for quite a sad episode, right? Everyone's got their umbrellas. We saw Suzuha in the lab coat. That was pretty funny. I like that. It really doesn't suit her at all, but it was funny, so I liked it on that basis, right? And Mayuri just especially, it was a sad episode for her. Like, you could tell she was pretty much, yeah, sad for like the entire episode, really. I mean, we had her being sad around Ruka, we had her sad about being sad around Kyoma. Just every time we saw Mayuri, she just was sad, and it made me sad, and it's quite sad. And she brought up the Orihime thing, you know, and I've heard Orihime reference in anime before. I have a rough idea of what it is. You know, Mayuri mentioning being a Chunibyo in her own way was kind of funny. But, you know, she knows that Kurisu is the one for Kyoma, you know. So, obviously nothing romantic's ever gonna happen between her and Kyoma. I think everyone pretty much knows that. We went over to the lab again to see, yeah, Maho and Daru doing their best. And we got freaking Daru just like having the electric fan blowing on his belly, you know, as you do. And then we had Maho kind of like taking a shower or finishing up a shower or whatever. The point is she's naked wearing a towel in the back room. And right about then, Kyoma decided to show up. And of course she's going to show up. I mean, Mayuri was the one that said for him to go directly to give Daru the news, right? So it's kind of Mayuri's fault we had this interaction, if you think about it. But it was something we needed to have happen. I mean, just keeping everything secret from Kyoma I don't think really was the best strategy in the end. Like, he was going to find out eventually. It's the lab. We can't keep it a secret that long. But, man, did things escalate when he found out. Just, even before I found out, the scene was just so tense. Like, you could cut the atmosphere with a butter knife. Like, just a lot of shifting eyes. And he had Maho point at the trash can, being like, banana peels, if he sees those, it could be trouble. And, of course, he did see those eventually. I did like how Kyoma just like assumed Daru was just playing Arrow again, you know, because he was being a little bit shifty, a little bit secretive, and that's usually what he does in that vein of things. So, but yeah, just had to knock over the friggin' trash can. Yeah, what was his post again? Name Chestnut Rice and Kamehameha. Yeah, Kamehameha Sage. Sage, however I pronounce that. What you're saying makes no sense. Are you a normie or something? Your statement is asinine and absurd. Yeah, that sounds about right. But, man, just the moment from when you first see the banana peel, that's when the atmosphere really just took a turn. And because we're just like sitting here as the audience wondering how much did he put together from that? Like, did he figure out everything from that? Like how's he gonna react? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna start yelling? Is he what's gonna happen? Like, yeah, just he really nailed the atmosphere in that regard. Even got some shots of Maho here, who's still, you know, hiding in the background, half naked. So, you know, kind of really awkward position for her to be in. But yeah, he eventually found the jellied banana, and once I saw that, I knew it was all over. Just, although that shot of him holding the jelly banana peel, you know, with that face in the text saying, "What is this?" You could just really like make a meme out of that. I think, just I don't know, just that crossed my mind as soon as I saw that in the episode. Like, for sure, I don't know. I found it kind of amusing, but there was not much amusing here. It was very, very heated discussion here. Kyoma found out about quite a lot. The fact that we're recovered the microwave, we're starting up the experiments again. And the reason why this is a problem is because Kyoma is very, very much against messing with time travel. He's been thoroughly traumatized by Season 1, understandably. So we just have him just very, you know, getting very frustrated and passionate about this topic, just trying to tell everyone, why don't you get it? I keep explaining to you, time travel is literally the devil. You don't do it. Nothing good can come of it. It's objectively bad. No gray area. Just never do it. Stop. Why can't you just understand that, people? Like, we got that from Kyoma, but I mean, really though, it's Kyoma who doesn't understand, because like we could use time travel to fix a lot. Like but he's just so buried by all of his bad experiences and trauma that he can't really see it, right? But we as the audience know that there is a potentially good future out there. You know, it was like the end of season 1, the alternate branch off from this one, right? This is not the ideal world. Like, it's never been the ideal world. But man, the things get heated, like to the point where Daru actually punched Kyoma, which is a big deal because Daru is a pretty friendly, you know, happy, positive guy, not really violent or anything. So that just goes to show you just how out of line Kyoma was and how much he needed that. So I did like Maho coming out because she just couldn't take being a bystander anymore, like how to get involved. And then, you know, the towel falls off, because of course it does. I'm pretty sure that's a rule in anime, that if a girl has a towel on, it has to fall off at some point. I'm pretty sure that's a rule. But man, I mean, not too much more to say about the conversation itself without repeating myself, but also we had Mayuri outside the door to just complicate things even more. And that wasn't even the only heated conversation we had in the episode, because not too long after that, we had a one-on-one between Kyoma and Maho, which is good, because that's when we started to really try to get across to Kyoma that there is a potential positive ending that we could pursue. But yeah, you got Kyoma just saying all this stuff about, you know, the rules of the universe, you can't go against God and all that stuff, and Maho, I mean, it's really hard to just kind of summarize these intelligent people's, you know, philosophical arguments, but I'm doing my best. You know, from Maho's perspective, you know, people have free will, and this is of course covered in free will, and it's not as if Kyoma has a perfect understanding of what can and cannot be done in life. I really can't summarize this high-level stuff, but the point is we were on two different sides of it, but I do think Maho kind of got through to him a little bit there. Like, not completely, of course, but I think it may have been enough to maybe get Kyoma to start thinking a bit about stuff rather than being cemented in his way of thinking. Right? So I really like that discussion. There was a lot of good shots, a lot of good everything. I got some serious chills throughout this good chunk of this conversation. Like, Maho did very well there. And just the visuals, a lot of cool visuals. Just 10 out of 10 scene in general is what I'm trying to say. For sure. And then to end off things, we have one final scene with Kyoma and Mayuri, you know, because things weren't sad enough as it was, we get to see Mayuri cry, so yeah, that's a thing. But again, some really good lines here about Kyoma, like, looking like he's suffering, like, he's so much latched onto this world, being like, okay, this world's good, it's fine, because Mayuri's alive, that was my priority. That's what matters. This is good, this is fine. Like, nothing needs to change. Like, we don't need to change time travel because this is fine, right? We're all happy, everything's good. But Mayuri's just sitting over here being like, no, it's not. Like, I see you. Like, you're not happy, you're suffering. The lab is not what it used to be. This is not the good ending. Like, no. You know, obviously Mayuri is not going to argue on the same intellectual level scale that Maho did, but it was kind of touching on similar idea, sort of, you know, I think, in a way. But yeah, just getting across the idea that this is not good. We need to pursue something better. Like, I know you're scared of the time travel for understandable reasons, but still, it could improve things. And we even brought up like a deadline now, like a 1-year jump with the time machine. And I don't know if that was mentioned before, it might have been, but the important thing is that the deadline of that year to do the Makisa Krisu thing, you know, that's coming up. So that's mainly why that's a big deal. So yeah, this was just a really good episode. Had a lot of good stuff in it. Like, not a lot physically happened, but a lot of good discussions and thinking throughout the episode, for sure. And I was just kind of like on the edge of my seat for a good chunk of the episode. Well, I think I got out everything I wanted to say on the episode. It was a good episode, I would say. Like, probably top 5 of the season so far. And hopefully Kyoma has got a lot to think about now, right? So, yeah, that's all I get to say on the episode, so getting ended off here. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.